Hey everybody, this is John with Bourbon Frenzy, episode 3. Episode 3. Wow, it's like I'm a pro at it already. No, I'm not, but I'm trying just for you, the bourbon drinker, and our quest to find the bourbon that will rule them all. Today, I went out and did a little shopping, and I found a new bourbon that I've been looking at a couple times. I didn't really know too much, and I read up on it. It's called GoodWood. GoodWood Stout Barrel. GoodWood. GoodWood. Now, with this, there's an interesting story behind this. First of all, you know, it's a little weird when you go to the liquor store and there's a very nice lady that works back there behind the thing. I buy a lot of bourbon, and I was worried about it for a while because I would go in there quite often, buy many bottles for me and for the show and doing some research. And she'd keep looking at me and then look at the bottle and look at me. And finally had to explain to her, listen, I write a blog. I work for another bourbon blog. I'm starting a YouTube channel. I don't sit down and drink all these all night long. So my lady was working there today, and they keep it back there behind, and I'd been looking at it a couple times. And then I had to make that uncomfortable. She's like, what do you need, honey? And I went, I want that GoodWood. And she just looked at me again. This lady looks at me a lot in weird ways. I'm used to that. People generally look at me in weird ways. My wife looks at me in weird ways. It's okay. So, GoodWood, how did they come up with the name anyway? Were they all sitting around and they were like, you know, we got to come up with the name. Well, it could be this, it could be that. And some guy back there took him a sip and he's like, boy, I tell you what, that barrel, that sure is some good wood. Maybe. You don't know. I don't know. I don't know their story. I don't know their life. I don't know what they've been through. But I know that we have GoodWood. GoodWood. And that's what we're going to look at today, and we're going to take a taste of it. The story behind this, in July of 2018, Barton's had a rickhouse fall. Many barrels fell to their death. Some were saved. They didn't know what they were going to do with it. And then a gentleman from GoodWood Brewing, that's how they got the name, GoodWood Brewing, and he said, hey, I'll take those barrels, and I'm going to do something with it. How many times can I do this with my hands? So he took those barrels, and then what he did was he took that, and they were already aged, and then he put them in different barrels where he was aging some beer, stout, whatever you want to call it. And he did a little experiment. So we're going to see how good that experiment was. This bottle will run you a little over $100. It's not cheap. It's 90 proof. It's a 12-year-old bourbon. It's been aged by Barton's. And then after that, I think it was the 1792 warehouses. And then they put it in for 3 or 4 months, I think, in the beer barrels. So enough talk. Let's try that GoodWood. So I'm not going to lie, I did buy this today, but I am terrible with these stupid little wrappers. I can do a lot of things. I can't take that plastic off, so I started it, so I didn't look stupid. Don't want to look stupid, not to you people. So listen, ready? Oh, the pop, already good. So let's pour us a little bit of what is it? GoodWood. If you hear something, that's my dog's barking. It's getting ready to storm outside, so I'm going to try to talk over them. I'm down here drinking some bourbon with you. So we're going to look at that. Let's go ahead so I don't spill that, because it happens. And let's take a sniff, shall we? If you have this at home, feel free to sniff along. Caramel. Definitely getting caramel. I get that most times. There's some fruits in there, you know. Once again, this came from a Barton's Warehouse, 1792. I've smelled fruit in that as well. And then at the very end, you can smell just a hint of those beer barrels, that stout barrel of beer. That ain't your Coors Light or your Bud Light, all right? That's GoodWood beer. But I can definitely smell that. So, here's my favorite part. We're going to take a sip. So, the nose had caramel, some fruit notes, and then right at the end, definitely, I can smell it even better now. As the air's getting to it, I can smell it even better. There's a beer smell to it. All right, let's take a taste. Right off front, boom, there's a little bit of burn. It comes to you. Not overpowering, but it lets you know it's there. It's right at the beginning. It doesn't burn most of the way. Tasting a lot of the stout ale in here from the beer barrels. Caramel. There's a note of fruit and chocolate. I'm definitely getting chocolate in there. It's like a sweet fruit. Maybe I'm just going on longer so I can drink more. I don't know. You don't know. So I taste the ale. I taste caramel. There's a chocolate note in there. Maybe a little cherry, maybe. A couple of cherries. It's with the cherry though. It's not that other generic crap that they try to give you and say, oh, it's chocolate candy. No, you get the chocolate cherries. All right, look at me. I know what I'm talking about. So the taste, ale, chocolate covered cherries maybe, caramel. The finish is long. It's still with me. It stays there. It's not going anywhere, which I like. I hate those bourbons that you take a drink and you can't taste anything after it. Mostly lower proofs for me anyway. I don't know about you. But it's like I might as well drink pop. This stays with you, okay? Let's have another sip. Still smell a little bit of that, or not smell, taste a little bit of that ale. Not bad. Very spicy at the end. Like I said, it stays with you. This is a good bourbon. And you know what it's made out of. GoodWood. It's made out of GoodWood. So it's a good bourbon from GoodWood. Has that gotten old yet? GoodWood Stout Barrel Fish. Louisville, Kentucky. Imagine that. All right, so that is that. I would buy this. It's a little expensive. I've seen it anywhere from $100 to $150. If you don't mind spending that on a bottle of good bourbon, I would definitely give this a try. So to wrap it up, we have looked at, I'm going to do it again. You know it's going to happen. GoodWood. I like it. I recommend you go get it. Want to see more? Follow us on Facebook. Please, please, please follow us. Share us. Subscribe to us. Hit that little bell down there. Ding, 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 ding. The bell. Please tell everybody about us. We want to grow. We want to be here for who? You. With our GoodWood. Find us on Instagram, Bourbon Frenzy. Our website, bourbonfrenzy.blog. Don't be putting no com in there. Blog, bourbonfrenzy.blog. Instagram, YouTube. Come find us, follow us, subscribe to us. Cheers.